T, 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 T.
Hi.
Hi. We are recording.
I know. I'm waiting for you to do the hi. I'm Jess because
Oh, right, because I go first.
That's
how we started the first 3 episodes, and then nothing,
and then never again. So
maybe one more episode after that. I'm Jess.
I'm Hids.
Welcome to our podcast.
Jess and Hids make a podcast. Yay!
Do, 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 do.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. Stop banging the table.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
This is episode 19.
Doop, doo, doo.
Yay. We're almost, 20 is a milestone, isn't it? That's our little air horn.
20 is a milestone.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
we're
so.
almost there.
Yeah.
If we survive this recording.
Oh my gosh. Who knows? This is going to be a fun episode because, wow. So what's new with you?
What is new with me? What is new with me? Not much. Since the last time I saw you, which was just 5 minutes ago.
How about since the last time we recorded?
Oh, okay. Again, not much. I don't really have much going on in my life.
Oh, hey, we have a hot water heater now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was installed last night, and unless we wanted to incur some weekend
charges.
fees for the gas company, we can't get the gas turned back on until Monday.
But the gas line is repaired.
Yeah. Gas line's repaired, water heater's installed and ready to go. All we need is for them to come flip a switch.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully we'll call Monday morning, and hopefully it'd be great if they came out Monday, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Another thing that happened, we got new mics.
I love the new mics.
Yeah.
And we got a splitter so we can actually hear each other taltalk.
Yeah, a splitter for our headphones.
Equipment
great.
upgrades are fun.
Yeah, and now we own all of our equipment.
Yay!
Because the mics were borrowed from my dad, who I love and appreciate for letting us borrow his mics. But
yes, thank you. It was nerve-wracking.
It's less anxiety for me having our own and being responsible for our own equipment.
If we break ours, that's on us.
Yeah.
If the cats break ours, that's on the cats. But it's
on
issue.
us for having 6 freaking cats.
Aw, but we love them.
I love them all.
They're wonderful. They're in here now, which is...
I'm side-eye at the little boy cat.
We're both side-eyeing.
They're wonderful.
Except
for that one. No, he's awesome.
He's wonderful. He can't hear us. It's okay. We're not hurting his feelings.
Yeah.
Because he has none.
He has no idea. He has no idea how frustrating he can be.
Yeah, we lovingly call him the White Devil.
Yeah.
But he's wonderful when he's wonderful.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Ace Ventura throwback.
I know. I'm like, does anybody get that reference?
I hope so.
Oh man.
Yep. So that happened.
Yeah. So that happened. We have new equipment. We hopefully will have hot water next week.
Yeah.
And
also coming next week is our scavenger hunt.
Oh my gosh.
April is happening next week.
April is happening next week. Tuesday is April 1st.
Yep.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. We're launching a scavenger hunt on our Patreon page. This is available to everybody, not just our patrons.
You just log in, you find us, Jess and Hids. Patreon/Jess
and Hids.
Patreon.com/Jess and Hids.
Crap.
We know what we're talking about. Patreon.com/Jess and Hids. And you can go to our shop and join our scavenger hunt. It's going to run for the whole month of April.
Yeah.
We're super excited. We had a lot of fun with our very short one back in October.
We're also going to be launching a 5K, virtual race.
Not next week, but the next.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to launch on the 1st because we haven't even started designing the medal.
Well, we have an idea. We just have to actually make it happen. You okay over there?
I'm trying to keep it together, but Cake's little butt is right under my chair. And
wow. So, scavenger hunt 5K. The 5K is virtual. We should mention that. Like, you just do it on your own time. You could break it up into like half miles increments, like whatever works for you. And you don't have to like send in proof of your event. Once you register, we're going to send you the medal.
No matter what.
Well, the medal will come in May. Registration is open for the month of April.
Well, whenever we launch, probably the last 2 weeks of April, I'm thinking.
So the 5K is there, and you once you register, you're guaranteed your medal. We'll send them out in May, and then you just earn it your way.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. That's kind of situation of how we eventually met.
Yeah.
Because doing these virtual races, and it's really fun because it encourages you to kind of get out and exercise a little bit, and look at nature, and see things. Also, you get some fun bling, and I'm excited. We do have ideas
bling,
for
bling.
it. Bling bling. We have ideas for the medal. It's very cool, Raven themed. Because that's our jam.
Yep, that's our brand.
I love ravens so much. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, and we named we're planning on doing this again.
Every year in April and every year in October. We're having
not the scavenger hunt. The race.
Oh, the race. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. This isn't the first 5K that we would like to do. We would like to make it a regular thing, and we decided to call them
Rook Runners.
Rook Runners. Yeah. So this is our very first ever Rook Runners race.
Rook Runners race. We love alliteration.
Yeah. Spread the word. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Yeah. Watch our social media pages. We'll post on there, and you can share those posts, share them to your friends, tell everybody. As with everything, like with our Patreon, we do our 10% donation of our Patreon, and we'll do the donation from our registrations as well. This quarter, we are making our donation to the National Parks Foundation, which is a nonprofit that supplements the national parks. Okay, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Okay, bye.
Oh, no, wait. I forgot. I did do notes, so we should see which one of us. I'm getting used to the new mic and the placement of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I'm like not
okay, but pretend
techie person.
Pretend that you're on Zoom because you always talk loud enough on Zoom.
Because I'm yelling at the computer that's 5 feet away from us.
Pretend like you're yelling at me.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
I don't want to yell at you.
Not yelling. You're just projecting.
I'm going to project my trauma in a minute.
Hey, you want to get over that trauma? Talk louder.
Oh, is that all I've ever had to do this whole
I would
my
make
whole life?
such a terrible therapist.
You want to get over your trauma? Well, get over it.
Get over it.
I don't think you're helping.
Do the crap that you were told not to do.
It's really hard. Okay. I'm trying.
Should we roll?
We should probably. Oh, we should do something productive instead of just sitting here laughing.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to move the Girl Scout cookies aside.
Oh, you moved them farther away from me and now I'm sad.
Also move this so I can actually see my roll. Oh, man.
You get to go first.
I rolled a 19.
You're really good at this.
I need to use that dice apparently when I play D&D.
I know. Seriously.
Stupid.
It's a very good high roller.
I have used that dice playing D&D before and it was not great.
I know. That's why you stopped using it.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Okay. For the record, if you're keeping track, she got a 19 and I got a 5.
Oh,
I
man.
did use this die playing D&D, and it's rolling true to form.
Which is why you don't use it anymore.
Which is why, yeah, correct. Okay, tell me a story. What have you got?
I got one of our reoccurring cards.
I did too.
Oh.
This has not happened.
We couldn't have drawn the same one.
Well, no, we can't have drawn the same one.
Okay.
What did you draw?
I got the conspiracy theory card.
Oh, I love this one.
For the very first time, we're talking about a conspiracy theory. And like, I was really tempted to go with one that had a lot of information, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a deep dive and try to find something that no one has ever heard of.
Dude.
What?
What is happening? Because I got a card that also is, as I said, recurring card. And I was like, well, you know, there's the common topics. And
well, now I want to know what you got.
I'll tell you when it's my turn. But I also was like, I don't want to do the common topic here. I'm going to deep dive. That's hilarious.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh man. This is going to be fun. All right.
Okay. Well, because of that, because I wanted to choose something that no one's heard of before, there's not a whole lot of information on it.
Yeah, my topic's going to be like 15 minutes, so.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. No pressure.
No pressure to make the podcast long by your discussion here.
Okay, so this conspiracy theory, it's kind of all over the place, and I think it's all over the place because it's like an umbrella theory that could explain a lot of smaller things.
Okay.
It's interesting. Okay, it's called mimic theory.
Wait, like D&D mimic?
No, not like D&D mimic.
Oh, okay. Because I'm here for this. No, but I mean, no. Can I get pet mimic? I want a pet mimic.
Yeah, like the luggage.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, for those of you who don't play D&D and don't know what we're talking about, a mimic is a common D&D monster that disguises itself to look like a treasure chest. So when somebody goes to open it, they get their hand bitten off or whatever. So no, that is not the mimic that I am talking about today.
Okay.
And I also found out that mimic theory isn't really the term for this, but in nature, in nature, you know how animals mimic the appearance or behavior of actual deadly creatures, like other animals?
Yeah, like some moths have the
brightly colored
bright
things,
colors
or like
poisonous looking colors.
Yeah,
like
or the wings that look like eyes, or whatever. Like that is a defensive mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Not theory. They don't use the word theory, but
mimicry.
It's mimicry. Yeah, defensive mimicry. I brought up a couple searches that had to do with that, and like, no, that's not it. So that's also not what we're talking about. But it's all kind of related just because of the term mimic.
Okay.
So
I mean, that is kind of a very broad term.
Yeah. And honestly, because it could explain so many other small things, it could have been the alien card. It could have been the cryptid card. It could have been like maybe folklore, although maybe not folklore because I couldn't tie it to any particular region. And folklore is sort of usually tied to a place.
Yeah, yeah.
So it could be a lot of things. Okay,
I'm super intrigued. Tell me more right now.
All right. So I couldn't really find the origins of how this theory got started before I really go into what it is. I wanted to mention that, like, I don't know how this got started. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it started out as like a creepypasta.
I love creepypastas.
As a little explainer, if you don't know what a creepypasta is, it's usually a horror-related legend that has been shared around the internet. It's often brief, user-generated, paranormal stories about anything like ghosts, cryptids, murder, zombies, aliens, haunted places.
Like Slender Man.
Yeah. Popular creepypastas. Definitely Slender Man was one of them, and the Russian sleep experiment.
I love that. We need to cover that.
I know.
That was insane.
I really want to cover the Russian sleep experiment. If you have heard of the Russian sleep experiment and thought it was a real thing, I'm sorry, it's not.
Wow, spoilers.
It was made up. It was just a story written on some online forum and got spread around. So that's what a creepypasta is. Probably Reddit, yeah.
And that's kind of based on, like, it's a twist on copy paste.
Yeah. Okay. So the word first appeared on 4chan, which is a whole other thing.
That's a whole other topic.
It appeared
in of conspiracies.
Yeah. In 2007, and it is a variant of copypasta, which is kind of slang for copy paste. also started on 4chan. It's basically describing stories that you copy and paste the block of text and share it to your own little forum or whatever.
And it grows from there because everything on the internet is true.
Yeah. So like, I mean,
sarcasm.
We've all seen stuff like that on social media, like share if you support da 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 da, or stuff like that. That would be considered a copy pasta.
Okay.
So creepy pasta is just a variation of that. That's usually a horror story. This mimic theory, I mean, I guess it could be a horror story, honestly.
Okay.
But also, like, maybe not. I don't know. Like, it's okay. I'll explain.
I'm like, there's like a part of me right now because I'm not, to steal a quote, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little
suspicious.
And
oh
lately,
my gosh. You are going to oh my gosh. You're going to be suspicious of everyone and everything after you hear this.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like, the number 13 has been popping up a lot.
At work. And things with
pies.
I don't know,
pie things.
Yeah. Dice rolls.
It's been a little weird at the cafe at midnight. I don't know. Anyway, but the number 13 has been happening quite a bit. So yeah. Anyway,
and
okay, I'm a little stitious.
We're a little stitious.
Just a little.
About that.
Okay, tell me.
All right, I'm going to give just an overview of the basic idea, and then I'll kind of branch out into the sub-theories.
Okay.
So mimic theory is that there are beings that exist that can get a sample of any genetic material and can turn into an exact copy of the thing they got the genetic material from. So
that's not creepy at all.
Right? And I mean, what makes it even worse is that they could be everywhere. And like not only humans, but animals too. Just any kind of genetic material from a living being.
I'm going to
Have you ever gotten the feeling that your pet, dog, cat, whatever, can understand everything you're saying?
I'm scared now.
Yeah.
I haven't even got into this and I'm like side-eyeing all the pets.
I know, like,
I mean, Kate just got up and started walking around like, hey, I'm totally a dog.
Are you a mimic?
What? How do you? Are you going to tell me how to tell that something's a mimic?
No.
Oh, no.
Because they turn into an exact copy.
You're a mimic, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
But, like, that's the thing that, like, I'm not sure if it can be classified as a creepypasta because they don't really have malicious intent. They just become the thing that they copy.
What do they do with the original?
Nothing. I don't know.
So are there two of you roaming around? Is there another one of you? Wait.
Maybe.
I'm so confused right now. If anyone sees another Jess, grab her.
I mean,
no, nicely.
No, just leave her alone. Don't.
No, I just want to put you both in the same room.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm derailing terribly.
It's okay.
Go. Okay, go.
So, okay, another creepy thing is the fact that these beings, before they take on the appearance of whatever, are just basically air. Like they have no corporeal form. And some sources I found said they were like misty, but most of the sources, corporeal, invisible, you don't know they're there.
So like that day, when you're like standing there and there's no wind and then you just get a little puff of breeze and then it's gone, that could be, that's a mimic, like getting some of your DNA.
And all they have to do,
right now.
all they have to do is just come into contact with another living being to get the genetic material that they need to become that living being.
I'm terrified. I didn't know we were doing like.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. This is all just a conspiracy theory. So, okay, go ahead.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse because
I don't want it to get worse.
Not only can they look just like you, but they can also kind of like download your memories. So they become you.
Hang on. I just had an idea.
What?
I want this to happen because I need them to go to work for me.
Yeah,
Can
like
we do,
if
like, some
I
tag
can just
team
like,
stuff?
where can we go? Like, is there a place they
if
like
you're-
to hang out?
yeah,
Like, is there a meadow somewhere that they're all just frolicking and we can't see them? If we go run through that meadow, can we make like 1 billion copies of ourselves?
No, we have to like come to an agreement. We have to be like, okay, you guys are going to go
you
work.
go
We'll
to
all-
this job. You go to
that
this job. You
go
go
get
to my
another
other job. Yeah.
You go to college.
No, I'm not paying for that.
No, they can figure that out.
Okay.
there's grants, right?
With
I
the
don't
job
know.
they're going to
With
get.
the job they're going to get.
No, because if they become me, then they get my ADHD too.
Oh,
so
crap.
School might be a problem.
This is going to be a problem. Okay, well, my plan is falling apart already. Okay.
Yeah. And then like another weird thing about this is before they acquire the genetic material, they just exist. They just are. They don't really have thoughts or personalities or really any motivation or characteristics that would define them as a sentient being other than this ability that they have that only kicks in when they come into contact with genetic material.
Okay, but okay.
So they're not like out there maliciously trying to become somebody.
Okay, but what if their existence is in a place like New York City where there's millions of people?
A ton of people.
Like,
I don't know.
they
Maybe
well, you
they
don't know.
can
Can
choose.
they choose, like, today seems like a good day to become a mailman? Bump. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I guess they would have to because if they come into contact with multiple.
I mean, just
I don't
walking
know.
along
I mean,
the ground, you're going to come into contact with insects,
Yeah.
which are living beings. So it has to be kind of a choice thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. And it
I
does
choose
also
you.
have to be, it has to be a living being. Like they can't just like brush up against a hair that has been shed and become
Okay.
the creature that shed it.
Okay. So they have to touch the actual being.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This is wild.
This is insane. I've never heard this theory, and
It's a little scary, but also like how?
super scary.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can be influenced by
I don't. Oh, keep going. What?
like if you and I were out in this field whence they frolic.
The one field that we've decided that they all live. Yes.
We go to the mimic field. Is the field a mimic? No.
Oh
if
my
we go to this field and we are discussing someone, and like, what would be really cool if that person wasn't the way they were, if they made different choices in life, and then this mimic is like, I can make that happen, or can they be influenced to become a person?
I kind of love that.
Well, I mean, I do. Also, I don't.
So this means
many
that if
reasons.
you see an exact copy of yourself, it's because they saw you in their little misty incorporeal form and was like, oh, honey, I could do better.
I mean, no doubt. No doubt.
I'll be like, yeah, you
can.
go do better.
You go do better. Put a better me out there. I'm just
Yeah.
going to hang out here in my little
You be
house.
the famous one. I'll just be the hermit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, this is actually like a dream come true.
Let's go find the field.
Yeah.
Let's go find the memory. Okay. I'm sorry. I do keep derailing. I'm
No, that's okay.
on a lot of medication.
Because like I said, this is a short one because I am
Okay.
already halfway through my notes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, feel free to riff some more because right now I'm going into the sub theories of
Okay.
mimic
Let me
theory.
hear the sub theories because I have tons of theories. I'm going to go find this and just dump all my theories on there because I have so many.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I'm not sure if sub theories is the right word for it, but mimic theory could be the explanation. Well, let me say that word again. Could be the explanation for a lot of other beliefs that people have.
Okay.
For instance, doppelgangers.
Okay.
So a doppelganger is basically an exact copy, in looks anyway, of yourself.
Right.
And according to German folklore, all living creatures have a spirit double who is invisible but identical to the living individual. These second selves are perceived as being distinct from ghosts, which appear only after death, and sometimes they are described as the spiritual opposite or negative of their human counterparts. German writers coined the word doppelganger from doppel, meaning double, and ganger, meaning goer, to refer to such specters. So
it's like your evil twin.
Yeah. So like German folklore says that they are ghosts, but, well, not ghosts, I guess. It specifically said distinct from ghosts, but it is a sort of spectral, I know, but like a sort of spectral copy of you. And mimic theory could explain the doppelganger effect. And like you always hear, at least statistically, I think I want to say there's at least one person out there that looks exactly like you, just genetically speaking.
Yes. I've heard that.
And the number might be different. I just say at least one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I've always heard the at least one, and then I've seen some stuff that's like there's 5 people just like you in the world, but I don't know what the numbers are. That you know how stuff gets twisted on the internet.
Yeah. What? No, the internet is always true.
Always.
That's where I found mimic theory.
Oh, wow. Weird. But yeah, I have heard that there is like another you out there. And I've actually read some examples, articles, experiences of people who have been like in a town and someone is like, oh, you know, hey, I just saw you yesterday. And you're like, no, like I just got home from a trip. And they're like, no, you were at the store. And like they have someone in their town or in like the next town over, or, you know, someone that looks just like them that people confuse with them.
Yeah.
And that is just wild.
That's crazy.
I would like to do an episode on doppelgangers. That
would be cool.
Appearance of things.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So you know those old timey photographs where like people point out that like the people in the pictures look like a living celebrity today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love those. Those are like wild.
I don't know if mimic theory could explain that because the picture was taken before the
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless what could explain that is if these beings, before they take a corporeal form, can come into contact with genetic material and just keep it, just store it in whatever their version of a database is, and then years down the road decide, okay, it's time to get corporeal and become that person.
Are you saying Nicolas Cage is a mimic?
Maybe. Nicolas
it would
Cage,
explain a lot, but
what's the other one?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is a mimic.
And I think I've seen
Pedro Pascal. I think I've seen
one of him and Hugh Jackman. I couldn't think. I was like,
oh yeah,
I've seen some with him where they're like, look at this picture and look at this old painting from, you know, the Renaissance or whatever. And yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if?
So that is also a theory.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay.
Another thing that mimic theory could explain is ghosts, specifically cold spots. So like a lot of times when you hear ghost stories or whatever, or watch ghost shows,
or go to work at the cafe,
you will hear stories about people walking through cold spots, and the theory there is that they just walked through like a ghost or a spirit or whatever. So these cold spots could be mimics.
They're harvesting your DNA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's creepy.
That is super creepy.
Yeah. Another place I found said that the spectral orbs that show up in like digital photographs or video could be mimics.
I have so
manifesting on camera. You want to hear a funny story about orbs?
Yes.
So a long time ago, I was hired to take a picture at an old bed and breakfast, and my grandparents actually used to live in this house. So I grew up like living there over the summers. I would go spend, it was the B&B right that we live next to.
Cool.
And I was walking around outside taking pictures, and one of the guests came up to me, and she had like ginormous sunglasses on that covered half of her face. And she asked me like, "Oh, is that a digital camera?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And I thought, she was just interested in cameras and photography. And so I was showing it to her, and she was like, "Cool. Did you get any orbs?" Because I was talking to the owners of the place, and they said it was haunted. And I kind of like, the question took me by surprise. So I kind of like laughed at her.
Right. Well, I mean, as one would.
And quickly tried to, be nice about it and hide the fact that I don't think so. I don't think I've gotten any orbs. I'm going to have to go through my pictures and see. I found out later when I was talking to the owners of the B&B, not my grandparents. They had sold it to a couple owners back. So turns out that guest that was staying there was Kirsten Dunst.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
And so Kirsten Dunst asked me if I was basically a spirit photographer. But yeah, I did not get any orbs in that, but I do have scary stories about that house.
I've been in the third floor of that house. It's
No, not the big house.
Oh, not the big house. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay.
The B&B.
The actual B&B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The third floor of the big house is a little
it's totally
unsettling.
Haunted. Yeah. Ugh.
And I just got like shivers. I'm like, that's just like 100 yards off our back door. So
when my grandparents owned what is now the B&B, whenever I stayed there in the summer, probably because I was the youngest, I had to, of me and my sister, we're actually the oldest grandkids, but she is older than me. Anyway, I had to stay in a really small bedroom that was basically just a twin bed and a couple dressers that they used for like to store like blankets and pillows and stuff.
I mean, that sounds creepy. So sorry.
Yeah. So it was just like a tiny, tiny little room. But every time I stayed in that room, I would have the worst nightmares.
Oh, man.
Yep. And that's my story.
I'm a little stitious.
There are other stories that my mom tells when she was growing up in that house about all of her siblings. And she's got 7 brothers.
In October we should have your mom on.
We should to tell scary stories. Yeah. We should take all of our equipment and record in the big house on the 3rd floor.
Oh gosh.
We could do a little EMF session or whatever.
Oh no. Okay. We've talked about my skepticism and how I will debunk all the things. So.
Yeah.
It could be fun. It is. I mean, the vibe of the 3rd floor is a little weird.
Yeah. Not the B&B, again, to clarify for the listeners. We also live next to an old pioneer home that is now a museum. And the first 2 floors are modeled like a typical museum. And they're made to look like the way the pioneer home looked back then. But the 3rd floor... it is also made to look like the way the pioneer home looked back then, but you go to the 3rd floor and suddenly it feels like you're in someone else's house and they're not happy about it.
Yeah, it's a weird vibe.
Yeah.
I remember the first time you took me over there, not long after I moved out here, you were like, let's go over here. And I was like, okay, cool. And you're like, yeah, there's ghosts or whatever. And you were like kind of, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Ooh, yeah. And we're walking through and I'm like, cool old house. And we'll walk upstairs and I'm like, oh, okay, we can go back downstairs. Like it was just, I don't know. There was just a weird.
Yeah. Like all the dead flies in the windows and.
Yeah, I don't really like the dead flies in the windows. That was a little creepy.
Yeah.
And it was probably just like somebody hadn't cleaned for a while.
I'm positive. That house doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Yeah, but it was just a little weird.
Yeah.
And anyway. Mimic theory, so that's...
Yep. Possible explanation for ghosts is mimic theory. So, ghosts aren't in the big house. It's just mimics that are just waiting to take your DNA. It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, as long as we can come together on an agreement, I can work with the mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Kiersey, what are you doing?
Oh, man. You're going to have so much editing.
I know.
I'm
It's going to be
sorry.
great. It's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Mimics. Tell me more.
Okay. Another sort of correlation that was drawn in some of the places I found was that they could be cryptids. But I don't know if they would classify as a cryptid. I don't know enough about cryptozoology to know, because they're cryptids, at least the cryptids that I know of, are usually like tangible, corporeal creatures or animals.
Well, I mean, cryptid is a creature that is found in stories and that some people believe exist or say they have seen, but has never been proven to exist. So, I mean, it technically fits the definition.
Yeah. It's
of.
just not what I would think of as a cryptid. But yeah, it does fit the definition.
Yeah. I find a lot of things that people like slide into the cryptid category that I'm like, I don't know if I would count that as a cryptid, but
yeah, like aliens. Are aliens?
No, aliens are aliens because aliens exist.
Yeah. Okay.
We've seen them. We have seen.
We have. We live in the Southwest. Of course, we've seen aliens.
We have seen a confirmed
UFO
slash what is it? What is UAP?
UAP.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
We have seen that it was confirmed on the news the next day that it was in the sky, so we did not imagine it.
Yeah.
I have a video on my phone of some weird lights out by the property I used to own out east. So,
okay, yeah, aliens exist.
Aliens exist.
We'll get to that.
If you tell me aliens are mimic, I might lose my mind.
I guess I can go out of order of my bullet points.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that is one of the theories, that mimics are aliens, and that they. Of course, there's an alien theory about this.
Of course,
the theory says that there isn't really a planet of origin for these mimics. They just kind of exist out in space, floating around, and every once in a while they'll just break through the atmosphere and get pulled down to Earth.
Can they pass through? Like, do they have to use doors and stuff? Like, did Buzz Aldrin actually come back from space, or was it a mimic?
Was it a mimic? All of the astronauts.
Oh my gosh! Was he on the moon?
On the moon. Yeah.
Sorry, my brain just glitched there, and I was like, "Was that who was actually on the moon?"
There's another conspiracy theory we can talk about. Nobody has walked on the moon. The moon doesn't exist. What are you talking about? It's cheese.
Oh man!
Oh wow!
I love conspiracy theories. They're
Me too. Oh my gosh,
ridiculous.
they are wild. Including this one. This one is very wild.
I love it.
So yeah, outer space beings that just kind of exist or floating around in space and get pulled down. To answer your question though, I don't know if they need a door to walk through or if they could just go through walls. I think that might depend on what theory you're going with, because apparently ghosts can walk through walls.
I mean, if they're air,
they
could fit
air
through like
can't pass through walls.
Well, but they could fit through the crevice like of the door.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess in a space, if you have a crevice in your door, the air can fit through. In your spaceship, you're kind of mess. It's not good.
Yeah.
So okay.
That Doctor Who episode.
Midnight?
Remember that Doctor Who episode?
That's like the scariest Doctor Who episode
That's a
ever.
mimic. Except they actually inhabited the person, right?
Yeah, they actually
they didn't become the person.
They didn't become. They inhabited. That one was so creepy. That all the Doctor Who episodes, that one and Empty Child, like really freaked me out.
Yeah,
that one was really weird.
Yeah, but in that episode, it wasn't like a physical being that came and went inside that person. They
never actually saw it.
Yeah, it was just invisible and possibly incorporeal. It's a mimic.
Okay. That's a scary mimic. I don't want that mimic.
Yeah.
I don't want that one.
No. So yeah, aliens. But not really from anywhere, just not Earth.
Not really from anywhere, just not Earth.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Moving on, another theory is that...
I'm sorry. Also, go watch that Doctor Who episode. It's really great.
It's really good. It's called Midnight, and it's got the little kid from Merlin in it, which I know you haven't seen. Yeah. It's got Merlin in it.
I love that little kid, though.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Another theory, and the last one that I'm going to talk about,
Okay.
the original inhabitants of Earth. Are they? Are they the original inhabitants of Earth?
Oh,
So
man.
there's actually two different theories that go with this one.
Okay.
One says that they come from deep underground.
No, they can't because that's where the lizard people live.
Yeah, well, this brings up a different question. If a mimic were to come into contact with the DNA of a lizard and the DNA of a human, could they then become a lizard person, combining the two sets of DNA?
Oh, my goodness.
There is no end to mimic theory. You could just expand on it forever. This is crazy.
I'm like equal parts horrified and like, this is my new hyperfocus.
I know. I'm going to go to all of the forums that I read up on and be like, okay, guys, listen up here. Here's what I think.
Here's a new theory.
I am now an
Run
expert
with
on
it.
this, and I'm going to tell you all about it.
I feel like you do sound like you are an expert on this. You sound like you have.
I mean, that is the goal of our podcast.
Oh, gosh, wait. We're supposed to sound like experts? Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, you really do sound like you've got a good grasp on the subject. I'm
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
I can sound like an authority on the wild, bizarre stuff that does not.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm here for this. This
No,
is amazing.
it's crazy because like this is a conspiracy theory. There are people out here who actually think that this is a real thing.
I'm one of them.
So
I'm sorry. No, wait. Yes, no. I don't know.
right? It's hard. So like I don't think they're aliens. I don't think they're ghosts. I think that it could explain some paranormal activity that people think are I don't know. I don't know what my stance is on this. I don't know.
What? Oh no! I got goosebumps. Okay, so you know how people say I have footage of a ghost on my camera or whatever.
Yeah. And it's some dude in a sheet.
Well, no, but like when they show it to you, it actually does look like something. What if that is a mimic that is just starting to develop the DNA?
Oh, so it's like
so they're not
almost taking shape.
Yeah,
or whatever?
they're not fully
formed yet. Ooh.
Oh.
You know what? I didn't actually come across anything that talks about how long it takes them to form the body.
Yeah, like,
and, like,
is it
at
immediate
what
or does
point?
it take some time to like kind of populate the cells
Yeah.
off of the original DNA?
I don't know.
I just got like crazy goosebumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's another question. Do they come fully formed in like if if a mimic were to come into contact with me as I am now, an almost 38-year-old Jess, will they come into form looking like the 38-year-old Jess? Or will they come into form looking like a younger me?
Don't you dare say baby because that is too creepy.
Yeah.
Babies creep me out anyway.
Yeah.
They really do. If you have if you're my friend, you have a child, I love your child because I love you, but babies creep me out. What do you do with them? They just I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry, that's no tangent. I'm not going to go there.
You love them and you nurture them and you make sure they don't die.
But what if they're mimics?
That's another story. If you're listening to this and you're getting paranoid that your baby is a mimic, please do not believe anything that I'm saying. I have to say that, please. Yeah. Your baby's not a mimic.
It's just a conspiracy theory. It's just, your baby is
my
your
goodness.
own wonderful little creation.
I'm creeping myself out.
Congratulations. I don't want to hold it. I'm so sorry.
Don't
I'm
call
a terrible
babies
person.
it. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to hold them. I don't want to hold your baby.
There we go.
And that's not because I think it's a mimic. It's just because I'm guaranteed to drop it.
Paranoid, I'm going to drop the baby.
I will drop the baby. And so please do not hand me the child. I will be terrified.
So do they come from deep under the ground? Or back to my Earth, original inhabitants of Earth
Okay.
theory. They can either come from deep deep underground,
Okay.
or the second theory saying that they're the original inhabitants of Earth says that they come from the ocean.
Okay.
Because the ocean isn't creepy enough.
If you
Oh my
haven't
gosh.
heard this yet, or you don't know enough, I am terrified of the ocean. I think it's beautiful. I am fascinated. I will watch videos of like coral reefs and fish. I will watch those for hours on end.
I love the ocean.
But I do. I don't want to be in there. I am fascinated. Tell me about the giant squid. Tell me about. I think sharks. I'm terrified of sharks.
Bobtail squid.
Tell me a little bobtail squid. They're so cute.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, but I am terrified. And if now you're telling me, I can't even make the sentence. Now you, Jess, are telling me that possibly that's where the mimics come from.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking of like
I don't know. Oh man. Yeah. But that's
shipwrecks. Like
oh, okay. I
just
want
got
to write a
really-
story about this, about mimics existing in the ocean, and they come across a shipwreck, and there's like a skeleton there, and they come into contact with that DNA, and then they form to become that person, and then
the sole survivor of the shipwreck.
yeah,
What? Are you kidding me right now?
yeah,
I hate you.
I'm
I'm just kidding. I love you, but
I'm
what?
sorry.
No. Okay.
uh-huh.
Wow. Well, now
Yeah.
I'm going to question anything that has a sole survivor. Any
Oh, yeah.
accident that has a sole survivor. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
mimic. It's a mimic. They're a mimic.
Yep.
I'm so scared.
Anyway, that's actually all I have.
I mean, I think it's
So,
enough.
Isn't it crazy that like this one theory could be the explanation for a lot of other like sort of paranormal, supernatural things?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrifying on its own, but the fact that it could be the answer to a lot of other questions
Yeah.
is fascinating.
I think,
and
yeah, that's what
also
makes
terrifying.
Just this crazy conspiracy theory, because it, like, if this were true, it would explain so much that has been unexplainable, like cold spots or doppelgangers.
Deep Peppy.
Deep Epi, the ghost. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That is this is fascinating. I
Yep.
love this.
Okay.
I hate it, but I love it.
Yeah. It's great.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I just like I
What are you going to talk about?
well,
Brain switch.
oh man. Okay, mimic theory. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That is something I have never ever heard of.
It exists. It's a theory. It's a theory that exists. It's for reals.
It's for real. I'm fascinated, and I mean, my conspiracy theory is that nothing on the internet is real. Like everything is
Everything's
fake and AI generated now, because
Yeah.
it is. Like, I mean, you just show me that earthquake video, and I'm like, that's fake. But that one I think
That
is
was
actually
real.
But like some stuff, I'm just like, no. Oh my gosh. Speaking of conspiracy theories and what's fake and real on the internet,
Okay.
you sent me the video where they just announced the discovery of the columns under the pyramids.
Yes.
I meant to send it to you, but I accidentally clicked off and I couldn't find it again. That they have footage of the scientists under there looking at these columns.
No, they don't.
I know. I'm like, no, they don't. For one, you can't excavate. Like, archaeological excavation takes a long time.
Especially pyramids of Giza.
I mean,
Like-
just getting the permission to do that.
Yeah.
And then clearing the way and making it all happen, and then the equipment. But they have like this video of these guys walking in these like open, there's like no dirt on the floor, there's no like rubble or anything, and there's these black obsidian columns with copper tubing wrapped around them.
Oh,
I'm like, you
yeah.
guys, you're not even trying hard. Like, come on.
They're Tesla coils, though.
Well, I mean, we all know that the pyramids are the actual, pure energy that we need.
yeah, they generate all
They
the
generate
energy.
all the energy.
Mhm.
But, I get it. But they've been buried for a while. There's going to be dirt and rubble. It's going to take a little bit to get through. I mean, even the guy's ultrasound showed all the dirt and rubble. And there's no way in just a few months that is cleared out.
It wasn't even a few months when this was discovered.
No, it was just like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, just like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
It just
At
drives
least
me
that's
nuts
when it was
that-
public. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been but it just drives me nuts that immediately there's all this fake crap. I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. So yeah. Anyway,
Don't trust anything
yeah.
you see on the internet
Or here.
in a podcast.
Except ours. We're good.
I mean, with our
we
research
do.
skills, maybe you shouldn't.
I mean, we are just skimming the top of subjects. Because we don't have I think at some point in the future when we have more time to dedicate to this, we may have 2-parter episodes where we really deep dive.
Yeah, or at
into a
least
subject,
have more extensive research that we can present.
Yeah.
in
a better fashion
Yeah.
rather than a quick 30, 40 minutes worth of.
I still think this is entertaining, though.
I love it. I'm having fun. I don't know if I could keep talking for 2 or 3 hours, and I wouldn't want to listen to a podcast that was that long, but
Yeah.
broken up into segments, over episodes, I could do with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of weird rabbit holes and possible conspiracy theory, I don't think mine's truly a conspiracy theory. I'm not sure what mine is.
Well, it can't be because I drew the conspiracy theory card.
Oh, right.
What
true.
card did you draw?
I drew I think it's hilarious. I drew the cryptid card again.
Oh my
I
gosh.
literally just put it back
again.
in the deck. Because when we get these recurring cards, we take them out for a little while.
Did you shuffle?
I did. You shuffled last time.
I did. Yeah.
I can split any deck of cards exactly in
Oh
half.
my gosh.
So yeah, we had
Not
just put
that
it back
one.
in and I got it and I was super excited because I was like, oh yeah. And like you started out with, there's Bigfoot, Mothman, Chupacabra, there's all these really well-known, hot,
Hot cryptids.
he's so hot right now.
Mothman. Oh,
Mothman,
he's so hot right now.
I mean, he really is. But
Have you
there's all
seen his
these.
butt?
I not personally, no, but I have seen the statue or photos of it. I want to go. Can we go to the Mothman Festival?
Yeah.
Probably not this year, but I want to go one year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make it happen someday.
Cool. Okay, so I was like, I could definitely do this, but again, it's so weird that we had this same brave brainwave
Brainwave.
of let's not hit the hot ones. Let's deep dive.
Oh, man.
So I just kind of went on a random cryptid hunt on the internet.
Going on a cryptid hunt.
Do.
I love that you're trying to sing along with me, but you don't know the song.
I don't. That's why I just was like, do. Anyway,
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
I mean, I'm enthusiastic for all the things.
Okay.
Even if I don't get them, I'm like, I am here for you.
I'm here for this. You going to
I'm
sing a little
here.
song? I'm going to dance.
Sing
Cool.
a song. No, I'm not going to dance. I'm going to make weird noises that show my encouragement of your excitement. So supportive. I'm supportive.
Okay. What cryptid are you doing?
Okay. I went to Reddit, which is its own little
Rabbit hole.
of itself. And you know how you're reading a thing and then there's this and you click and you click and you click and then you're way over here in this deep, deep rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I found this very random thing and this, I found 2, maybe 3 really short conversations about it.
Okay.
But I did find an old photocopy or a copy of an old newspaper clipping or pamphlet or journal, I'm going to call it a newspaper clipping, but it's
Okay.
from somewhere in France. It was written in French and very old script. And it was kind of it's definitely a photocopy. It was torn and kind of ragged, but,
Uh-huh.
from a village. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce anything because I don't even pretend to speak French, and I'm going to apologize. But this little clipping talked about a creature that a shepherd saw while they were with their flocks.
Interesting.
So it really just talked about this creature, and that at first they were kind of terrified, but then this creature chased wolves away.
Aw.
So, and it was really hard. Like sorry, I keep smacking myself.
I can't hear it because
Okay,
it's not
good.
your mic.
It's very loud in my ear because I
Yeah.
just smacked my microphone or my headset. Translations are always kind of iffy anyway. And then when they're translated from stuff that was written a couple hundred years ago, linguistic shift.
Yeah.
They said initially that from what I could make out and what the rough translation was, that the shepherd was in a meadow near a forest, and he noticed that it looked like the trees were moving.
Like Ents?
Oh, man, that would be so cool. I want Ents. I think Ents are real.
Yes.
I had a tree.
Are we talking about Ents?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. This is a quadruped.
Oh.
I'm talking about, not a tree. I had a tree back in North Carolina that was huge and old, and I called it my Ent tree.
Aw.
I loved it. It was beautiful. Anyway.
I used to, when Cake was a puppy, I lived with my grandma, and the property across the street from us had old pecan trees and
I
just a
love
lot
pecan
of
trees.
like leaves and stuff. It was nobody was like maintaining the ground. It was just an empty lot,
Okay.
except for the trees, because
Empty lot full of trees,
Full of
but
trees.
empty lot.
empty lot. No like buildings or man-made things in there
Gotcha.
is what I meant. And it wasn't even that big, but because there was so many just like dead leaves and twigs and things on the ground, the spiders loved to build nests there. And so I would take Cake over there to do her business, and I called it
Miss
Mirkwood.
Business. Oh, Mirkwood. Oh,
Yeah.
because of all the spiders.
Because of the spiders. Yeah, that was Mirkwood.
There was a place in the back of my property in North Carolina. We had 7 acres that kind of went down and then over this little ridge, and then there was a small little valley, and it had like a stream, and it was just in the spring, that whole area was just ferns, like
Cool.
these big ferns, and it just looked so different. But like I kind of had that Lothlorien feel, that kind of
Yeah.
magical,
Sweet.
ethereal feel when you'd walk through there. It was just really cool. Anyway, let's talk about this possible cryptid. And I say cryptid because it does fit that people have claimed to have seen it, but there's no true proof other than this. Sorry. That we both just got a message from our. I'm so sorry. This is ADHD. We're in the end game in our cryptid campaign that we do with our. Oh, that's so funny. The cryptid campaign, while I'm talking about cryptids,
Hey.
that we do with our patrons. We're in the last little bit, so we have them kind of separated out in different chats. And the one game we played today is kind of just, it's hilarious. Their theories that they're throwing out there.
Yeah. None of them are correct.
Yeah, you guys won't hear this till after it won't matter anymore. But
Well,
oh wait, shoot.
no. We'll still be playing. I can edit it out.
It's fine.
It's
No,
okay.
it's fine. Let them. Are we telling the truth or are we not? I don't know.
Oh, never hear. Nope. Never believe anything you hear on a podcast.
Unless it's like a truth-based podcast.
Yeah, unless.
From what little was translated across this old newspaper clipping, and then there are a couple more mentions of kind of gossip columns, I guess. I don't know
Okay.
if that's a thing that was back in the olden days. But there were several. I'll go with, there were several mentions that I found on this deep dive that gave some theories about what this could be.
Okay. Do you have a year? When you say olden days, what do you mean?
I'm talking like 1500s ish.
Oh.
like old.
old.
Yeah, it like this clipping was ragged and that old ancient, like I'm going to say ancient script, like old script.
So handwritten?
Handwritten, yes.
Okay. So I'm like, wait a second. I'm picturing like a newspaper clipping.
No. I mean, it was kind of in the style. It wasn't like a journal entry, but it was kind of in a style of like maybe someone who like, here's what happened today in the village, and they would tack it up
Okay.
on the village board or
Is
something.
that
I
a
don't know.
thing?
I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. It just was.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I could be a mimic.
Could be a mimic.
Oh no, my secret's out. Actually, I'm an alien. It's okay.
Yeah. I already knew that.
Obviously.
It's fine.
I'm still learning how to human. This is how I human. I don't understand sarcasm. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, your stuff was like so well researched and put together, and I'm just kind of all over. Only because it was like this. I only found a few little mentions of this on a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I honestly didn't find many sources for mine either. It was just like forums like Reddit. I think one of them might have been Reddit.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this one just had like, someone said this thing and they had this picture, and there was some theories kind of mentioned after it. And then in another forum that, the click, click here, click there was some more kind of, oh yeah, this was like cannot pass through my family history stories my
Okay.
ancestors used to tell. I don't know. I should have just copy pasted it into my creepypasta. I should have
Hey.
copy pasted it into my doc. I didn't. I just wrote notes. Okay. Let me go back to the shepherd. Picture this.
France.
1325. I don't know.
You said
1400.
15.
When did I say? I said 15. Sorry.
1500s.
I'm sorry. My note doc. This is utter chaos.
1500.
1500. I'm sorry.
Before the printing press.
Before the break. Shepherd in the field.
Okay.
With his flock. He is trying to pay attention and protect his flock. The trees, he says like it looks like the trees move, which alerts him. But then it wasn't like they were moving in the wind because it was a quiet night. But
Okay.
he just but then it stopped and everything was peaceful again. But then he heard wolves later on. And a pack of wolves came to try to harass the flock.
Uh-huh.
And that's when this thing came out of the nearby forest. And it's nighttime.
Uh-huh.
And it's dark. And he said it looked like a tree, but like on it was four legs instead of like, the legs were long and tall.
Aw.
Very, very tall, like tree tall.
Okay.
I'm such a... Oh gosh, I can't stop laughing now. It's tree tall.
Tree tall. Okay, I'm with you.
Like 10 to 15 feet tall. Like
Okay,
not
wow,
giant,
that's tall.
massive trees, but that's pretty tall. For legs.
Yeah.
Legs.
Okay, just the legs
Just the
are?
legs are that tall.
Okay, but it's quadruped, so it's
Quadrupeds
not
has
like
very long legs. And then
Okay.
its body was described as being cake. So sorry.
Cake has gassed us out again.
Oh gosh. Okay, I can get through this.
Yeah.
Through this.
Tree tall.
Tree tall. I'm sorry. 10 to 15 feet tall. Its body was compact, but covered in a thick fur. But also there were like leaves and twigs, so it kind of blended into the trees of the forest.
That's cool.
So when was still, it just looked like trees.
Uh-huh.
But then it started moving, and it actually kind of chased the wolf pack away,
Aw.
which I think is wonderful. So and then it just kind of went back into the forest. So this shepherd, he comes back and tells the story. And this is also came like from some of the, like I mentioned, the comments were like this, oh yeah, my grandfather heard this from his grandfather who heard it from his, kind of that like
Oh man, yeah.
down the line kind of
Uh-huh.
oral history type thing. It was said that these lived in these forests. They would only be seen like in pairs, if rarely even seen at all. Like go ahead. You look like you want to ask me something.
I do. Keep finishing your thought though.
There's one brief mention of them being seen in pairs.
Okay.
but like they're rarely seen.
As most cryptids
As most cryptids are, that's the thing. And they blend in. Like if you're just walking through the forest and they're just standing still, they just look like trees. Because they look
so you could like pass right next to a leg and it's a tree?
Yeah,
or you think it's a tree?
It's a narrow, tall tree that goes just up into the leaf canopy.
Oh, man.
So they have in their fur these leaves and twigs that kind of help them kind of camouflage or blend into the canopy of these forests, which I think is like really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm like, wait, do we have these in America? Because I've been in some old growth forests.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be at all surprised if they're in like Appalachia.
They are.
Everything is in Appalachia.
Appalachia is terrifying.
Yeah.
100% they live there.
For sure. My question, though, was there more of a description of the body of this cryptid or just fur with leaves in it? Like, I'm what am I picturing? Is it like a deer? Is it like a wolf?
From what was mentioned, it said it compact, fur covered, but the fur was kind of more like there were leaves and twigs matted into the fur.
Okay.
So
I'm sort of picturing like a mossy kind of
like maybe they live in the Everglades now.
Oh, that Spanish moss. Yeah.
Spanish moss. That would be like the perfect hiding place.
Yeah.
Because the Everglades are terrifying.
Yeah.
And they have those tall kind of spindly trees.
Yeah.
Maybe they live in it. Maybe they're here.
Yeah.
Maybe I was going to say migrated from
Do they have wings too?
I don't know. None of the many 3 conversations that I found on a random forum mentioned wings.
Okay.
They do have really long legs, so maybe they did. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so compact
bodies on very tall legs.
Fur.
It basically looks like maybe if you're walking in the woods and you see 4 trees that are very close together. Could be one of these things. I don't want to even try to say this because I think it's French and I don't speak French. TCHUENGS. And my brain says Chengiz or Tachenguas, but I know that's very wrong because
Tachenguas.
The Chengiz. I'm going to call it the Chengiz. But I don't even, that doesn't even sound French.
No. Oh my gosh. I'm going to stop. You said you didn't want to pronounce it.
I know. I'm so sorry.
You didn't want to offend anybody.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm going to call it the Tanges. We're going to call it the Tanges.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Tanges.
Okay.
And I'll stop offending anyone who speaks French. So there was the only thing, and then there was also this guy who was talking about the oral history that had kind of been passed down through his family, said that at one point the news kind of started to spread about this creature, which, as always, cool creature, let's go shoot it and put it in a museum.
Aww.
So hunters came to look for it, but the townsfolk kind of laughed at them and were like, oh yeah, go chase the trees, and kind of made them feel really foolish.
Good.
And basically we're like, we have no idea what you're talking about, to protect this creature because it protected their sheep.
Oh.
Like there's a little bit of history that this particular village, the incidents of wolves attacking the sheep were much less than other villages of the time. So there was kind of that,
That's cool.
Little interesting bit of history.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a ton of information. This creature could still be out there living in this faraway village, and the people that, I don't even know if this village even still exists. There was no location given. It just a village in France. France is a big place. So, I don't know. And then there was some commentary that maybe it was just something made up by children, like they imagined, oh, the trees are moving and this creature. So it could be an actual cryptid. It could be an actual creature that this village knew about and chose to protect by saying it didn't exist.
I love that.
There could still be this little well, I won't say little, this tree tall
The
creature.
tree tall.
The tree tall. Oh, I'm going to call it the tree tall.
Aw, I like
Aw,
that.
Okay. That way I don't say, maybe that's what that word means.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to call it the tree tall. The tree tall that lived in this faraway village in France and protected the sheep. It is something that you don't hear about. Because you've got, Mothman and Bigfoot and all these other the big name, the celebrities of the cryptid world. And this little tree tall. But I actually do, like, if he is a protected species, we're going to say that. Just forget you ever heard this podcast. And don't go looking for him, because
Don't go chasing tree talls.
Aw,
Just stick to the shrubs and the bushes you're used to.
I hate you forever now. Oh my gosh, that's terrible and wonderful all at the same time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. My section is really short, and I'm sorry, but there wasn't, like, I literally
That's
had like
okay.
3.
I'm in love with the tree tall.
I love the tree tall. I'm gonna try
I
to
love
sketch
that this
him.
little village just like came together and decided that, like, oh, hunters,
He's our
you're
tree tall.
stupid.
Yeah.
He doesn't exist. He's
Silly hunters.
silly men.
Oh my God. I like this little cryptid that I learned about that I did not know existed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a little sketch of it.
Yeah.
Because I as I was kind of reading, I have this little idea popped in my head, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna draw this little thing. So
Aw. Yay.
I'll work on that little sketch.
Cool.
And that'll be in, since I don't really have any kind of other like source material. I'll
Yeah. I want to
I'll
see
have my
what
little
you've got.
sketch. Yeah.
I was about to ask what they eat, but I mean, they're definitely probably not carnivorous.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably
Just like-
vegetarian. I wonder what if they just
trees.
like absorb nutrients through their feet the way trees
Oh my gosh,
do.
like roots.
I kinda
Do
love
they?
that.
Can they stay put for that long? I guess if people are mistaking them for trees,
Yeah, they're not really moving around that
Yeah.
much.
Do they only move around at night? So like during the day they just stay, and it's like they're nocturnal, so they're like asleep.
Yeah, and they're
And
getting
that's
the
when they're-
sunlight kind
Yeah,
of
so they do the whole.
photosynthesis.
I think
I
that's
don't-
what it's called. Oh my gosh, I
think
actually
it is
did learn that in
photosynthesis
school.
when you
Yeah.
absorb, you get energy and food from the sun.
Yes.
And then they're probably absorbing up through their
Yeah, the
little
nutrients
footy
in the
pads.
soil.
Oh, I bet they have the cutest little toe beans.
Yeah, aw.
I don't know.
Tree toe beans.
Tree toe beans. So yeah, I think this is an adorable little creature, and it's friendly. I mean, it protected. Either
protected
it
the
was like
sheep.
decided like, hey, I'm going to protect these sheep, or it really hates wolves.
Yeah.
So it was like, go away, wolves.
Rawr.
And stomped around and scared the wolves off. I mean, that would scare me off. I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, if the
shepherd was like,
trees
"Ah."
started stomping around, I
I
would
would be
run.
terrified.
Yeah.
And then I would 100% be like, hey, fellow villagers, we're protecting this thing
Yeah.
because look at it. It's a tree tall.
It's a tree tall.
It's a tree tall. And it protected my sheep. So I do love that the village came together. That
Yeah.
it takes a village.
I mean,
so
instead of telling that one shepherd that,
you're crazy.
dude, you're cray.
You cray.
Are
Yeah.
you even listening to yourself right
Like,
now?
oh my gosh. Are you even hearing yourself? Like the trees came out. Like what even?
What is that?
So yeah, the tree tall. That's what we're calling him because I can't pronounce this word.
Tree tall. I love him. I love
Tree
him
tall.
so much.
Mimics and tree talls. What? This was a fun. What are the odds of getting the conspiracy theory card
And the cryptid card. Yeah.
Oh, there was one random comment that this was all made up as a conspiracy theory just to invent something. So you never know.
Oh,
It's on the internet, so it must be true.
yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I do I'm obsessed with your mimic theory though. And I'm pretty sure you are a mimic, but that's okay.
You'll never know.
I know. I won't
What if
know.
the mimics themselves don't even know? I
That's like in
have
that-
all of my memories. I think, well, my childhood memories are a little fuzzy.
They're a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have several very, very vivid childhood memories, but most of it is a blur.
So you're the mimic.
What if I don't know I'm a mimic?
Yeah.
What if you don't know you're a mimic?
How
I'm
would
sorry.
you-
I messed up. What if you don't know you're a mimic?
How would you even know?
I guess I'll have to invent a machine that
And,
zaps
like,
mimics. I don't know.
If I ran into the other me, the original me, how do we know which one's the real me? And at that point, does it even matter?
You left the country for several months and you were in Hawaii. And you weren't around like your immediate family.
Dude, Hawaii is part of the country.
No, I mean, you left the mainland. That's what I meant.
I left the continent.
You left the
I did.
continent. That's the word I was looking for, not country. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Tree talls, countries. It's all made up words.
So the
It's
real
fine.
me is still living in Hawaii, and I came back in
What
her
if-
place?
What if the mimic? What if something happened to the real you and the mimic was like, I need that DNA? The shipwreck.
I didn't.
The shipwreck.
I wasn't
know
on
you
a
weren't on a
boat.
shipwreck, but the shipwreck theory.
Okay.
The soul survivor theory. Okay, the soul survivor theory.
Okay.
Something happened on your trip to Hawaii or while you were there. The mimic was like, oh, this person is too precious to lose. So
Okay.
they took your
my
your
DNA.
and
And they
became
replaced me.
corporeal and lived your life in Hawaii.
Why don't I have that memory?
Because you died.
No. Why don't I have the memory of being the mimic and seeing the real me die?
That's part of the process of you have to let go of that particular memory or
Oh.
you don't fully become the new person.
Okay.
Girl, I'm down the rabbit
So,
hole. It is bad.
I know.
It is so bad.
When I was in Hawaii. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually have a story of how I almost died in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh. I would be like, oh my God,
I know.
I didn't literally
Yeah.
not know that.
That was, yeah.
You know a lot about mimics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I am one.
Well, see, now you're admitting it, so it's making me doubt.
That's my plan.
Well, now I'm doubting that my doubt. Oh no. This is exhausting. I can
I
never
know.
be a true conspiracy theorist. This is literally exhausting, running your brains in circles.
Yep.
Just, oh man. Calm down, everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I love tree talls.
I love the tree tall.
And-
I want one.
Yeah.
I want a tree tall.
Yeah. How do we get a tree tall?
Dear tree talls, I hope you are out there. And I hope you are living happy lives deep in the forest somewhere unbothered.
I hope you're still being protected.
And I still think I hope you're still protecting little sheeps because sheeps are adorable.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So
We should we
Should we
draw?
draw?
Should we move on
We
and
should
draw cards?
move
Okay.
on and draw cards. Yeah,
All right, cool.
probably.
I love our podcast and I love learning and I can't wait to see what my next subject is.
Why do we always get so nervous
I don't know. It's nerve wracking because I think it's the moment of the unknown,
Yeah.
and then we look at each other and we know,
Yeah.
but we don't know what each other knows, and I don't know. There's like
It's also that like, okay, how smart am I going to have
I
to
know.
be for this topic?
oh man, I'm gonna have to like
Yeah.
or
this gonna be a
oh
lot of
I
work?
like
Or not work.
yeah it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna learn a lot, or I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I know some stuff
I'm
about
already
this,
an
but
expert. Done.
I'm already an expert, or do I think I am and I'm not really? And I'm going to research and go, oh,
It's that.
I know nothing.
It's usually always that.
It's always that. It's always that.
Either
I think
that or
I know.
I either know nothing about my topic or I think I know a lot and actually know nothing.
Yeah.
You know nothing.
You know nothing. Just go into
Yeah.
it. And I think that's what makes this card draw exciting is just the unknown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, into the unknown. You go. You go.
Okay. Oh.
Into the unknown.
Wow.
I can't see. I'm not.
Oh, okay. This is going to be an interesting one.
You look confused.
This is going to be interesting. Okay. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
You're like
cracking up right now.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to learn some more.
We're going to learn some things.
I love learning.
Yes.
There's that feeling of going, oh, I know this and I have some ideas already in mind. Like when I got the Joan White topic, I was like, yes. I love this,
like we already knew that.
Yeah, we had some stories and I found out, a little bit of information too. But then there's also like, oh man, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh man, I'm coming in like, okay, I got to do this justice. I got to learn about it and kind of really,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's how I felt about the Brown Mountain Lights. Because you put that on the list and it was like I think I said in the episode, like, this is a North Carolina thing. It should be you.
No, but I actually love that you did it because like you told me some stuff about it that I didn't know.
Oh, good.
So I think my research might have been clouded by bias. Had I gone into it, I would be like, oh, I know all about this. And just maybe you kind of did a little more like in depth because you didn't know about it. So I love that.
This next one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to figure out how I want to approach it.
Same.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Same.
But I'm excited.
I am too. Do we have anything we need to drop in here? We can talk about like...
Well, before we do the war members...
Oh, right.
We can talk about
war members.
We could do our little social media plugs and all that.
Okay.
And at one point, we were talking and we decided that we should probably share our personal socials too.
Yeah.
And we have not.
I have not.
I've forgotten every single time and it just popped into my head. So I'm going to go ahead and share it.
Okay.
You can find me. I forgot my Instagram handle. I'm reaching for my phone right now. I think I'm just Jess Whetten. Hang on. Yes. JessWhetten on Instagram. Give me a follow. Or you could also find me on Facebook. I think there are several Jess Whettens out there, but you'll see a picture of me talking into a microphone with a cat.
That's so typically
on the desk. So.
My Instagram handle is create_art_drink_tea. Because I don't know, that's just I don't like putting my name. I don't know. I'm just weird, but
I just was not very creative when I set up my my Instagram account. So
you can go ahead and change it.
I know.
But anyway, that's me. I don't really post a lot. I should get a little more active on there. I have some dice pictures. I have some fun coffee posts.
I have a lot of cat pictures.
I do have some cat pictures, and I have, of course, some artwork. And that's kind of my goal for what I want to put. I want to do some more art. I need to really post on there some more.
Me too.
But yeah, if you want to follow me, it's createart_drinktea. And Jess is at Jess Whetten. WHETTEN.
Yep. If you want to follow our Jess and Hids brand social media, you can find us at Jess and Hids.
Make words.
What is our Instagram?
Oh my gosh.
We're on all the social media places. And I think if you just look for Jess and Hids, you should find us.
Yes, we are. Oh my gosh. I forgot how to. Jess and Hids Make Words.
Okay.
Because we started with our book, and that's kind of the Jess and Hids has become kind of our brand.
Yeah. We started with Jess and Hids Make Words as the full thing, and then we just kind of shortened it to Jess and Hids just Jess and Hids. And now we have Jess and Hids Make a Podcast. So it's just like, yeah,
kind of the umbrella thing. And we are also Jess and Hids Make Words on Facebook, so you can find us there.
Yep.
You can find all the links on our website, jessandhids.com.
Yeah, if you're going to remember one thing, go to our website, jessandhids.com.
Yeah, we should put our socials on there too.
Oh yeah, our personal ones?
Our personals, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can follow us.
Patreon,
that's the big one. Patreon.com/jessandhids.
Please support us.
Yeah.
Because we love doing this, and we would love to be able to do it more. And
would love to have given you more information on the tree talls.
Yeah.
And that would have taken a lot more research to really dive in and craft that topic a little better. Craft it? That's not the word I was looking for. I don't know. Maybe it was craft it.
One of the cool things, though, if you do decide to follow us on Patreon, a paid subscription anyway, on Patreon, they start at $3 a month. And you do get 15% off if you pay for a whole year of it, which is like $30.
Yeah,
So
for a whole year, you can
Yeah.
follow us. Just basically, you're just buying us a cup of coffee a month. I don't know. Like, it's not even
buying
that.
you coffee.
Buy me coffee, buy Jess a tea. Buy us both a
or
Dr.
hot
Pepper.
chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about subscribing is that you get these episodes a whole 2 days early.
Like this one that comes out in just a couple days on April 1st.
April 1st, also known as April Fool's Day. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you've been Googling things as we talk about them, you're not going to find it because
I'm so sorry.
we made both of our topics up. So to our patrons, we love you.
We love you guys.
Happy Fool's Day.
Happy Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. Yeah, mimic theory is something that we made up.
And the tree talls.
The tree talls are actually the Sanjay cryptid that
we invented
that we
during
talked
the
about.
Stillwalker episode.
just a couple episodes ago.
But I actually do have a sketch of that cryptid that we talked about, and I was just we were trying to think of something fun to do, and we were like,
Yeah,
hey.
we were like, when we found out that this episode releases to our patrons on April 1st, we were like, oh my gosh, we need to make an April Fool's Day episode. Yeah. So we were like, let's just make up our topics.
Let's just make them up. You did like, I am like all in. Okay, your mimic theory, I'm here for this. It's real. Okay.
I got real into the lore.
Is this like a deep dive April Fool, like layers April Fools, or is?
Or is? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
No, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have. I have a good picture in my head of what my cryptid is and his existence, but like the difficulty of like providing sources and that sort of thing. I just was like, it was so random and no one's ever heard of this because there's just like, it's literally just a few word of mouth things, so there's not a lot of information on it.
Yeah.
But the tree tall. I love the tree tall.
I love the tree tall too.
I want him to be real. So go out there and tell everybody about it. Let's make him real.
Yeah. And
he
like
could be.
spread the word. New cryptid just dropped. The tree tall.
The tree tall.
Listen up.
Listen up. You got to know.
And
you
then,
guys heard it here first.
Yeah. And mimic theory too. Because that one, I'm pretty sure. I love people. There's someone that's going to believe in that.
I believe. I'm sorry. I'm like all in. I'm like, dude.
Even after 100% confessing that this was made up.
I mean, I still believe you.
Guys, mimic theory is not real.
Yes, it is. I'm in. I'm here for it, though.
Okay. All in.
All in. That is our warm ember today, I think.
Yeah,
we love
I think
you
so.
guys.
We love you guys so much, and we love storytelling, and we have just done that.
We have done that, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really hope.
I really hope you enjoyed it.
I hope it landed well.
Yeah,
and that we were convincing.
You were, dude. I don't know. I'm all in. 100%. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think I got nothing else. Follow us. Go to our website, jessandhis.com. We can find everything there.
Yep. Become a patron.
Patreon. I'm going to go now because I can no longer talk.
We will send our best war members to you. Happy April Fools.
Happy April Fools.
If you are listening to this after April Fools,
enjoy a belated little fun.
A belated little joke.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed. And you are our war member.
All the time.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.